Hey, welcome back. So today we got the Altmill delivered, and so we're going to do some unboxing. So this is the smallest box that came here, is this first one here. So we'll get right into it. And just like this is the Spindle, Sienci Spindle. I'm probably going to say a bunch of stuff that's wrong here, but try to keep my bearings about me. Make sure I'm giving everybody the correct information. So while we're opening this, did have a couple of comments from you guys. I appreciate that. I'm glad some of you guys are going to be following along here and learning. Hopefully I can help teach you what I'm learning to make some of this stuff a lot easier for you guys. It's not easy for me either, but I'm going to go through the learning process. I might as well bring you along. Alright, so you guys are seeing this first here from me. Got a operations manual, H100 series high performance vector control inverter. So this is for the inverter. I'm fairly familiar with these inverters. I have the 2.2 kilowatt water cooled with a VFD, and pretty good at programming that thing. So I'll probably do a video on that. If you guys think you have value in that, you know, leave me some comments. Let me know if you want to see anything on that. But here's a bracket for the machine. Seems pretty standard bracket. I don't know that doesn't seem powder coated. It just seems spray painted, but it seems pretty high quality. I'm pretty sure it's steel. Got some magnets here I can use. Test that. Yes, sir. Steel bracket. Pretty good stuff. Looks like we got a dust shoe. I'll open that up here in a minute. Comes with a couple of ER16 collets. Looks like this is AA rated. So if you're not familiar with the ratings, you can look up the different ratings online. So there's, I don't know, A, AA, AAA, 4A. There's a couple of different systems out there for rating them. So these are kind of middle of the road, it seems like. So it's a 3/8 and a 1/8 inch collets. Got a couple of wrenches here. Pretty decent looking wrenches. 22 millimeter Gang 2.0 tool. Never seen this one before. Hope you guys can read that. Try to get it in the glare. It's kind of cool though. Hang on one second. I'll grab a set of calipers here and see how accurate it is. So this here is the caliper I've been using, the Lewis wear, I don't know, Amazon special. Seems to be pretty accurate. This goes to the 0.0000 of an inch. So it goes pretty good. It's been doing really well for me on the CNC. If I switch to millimeters, it will go to 0.01 millimeters. So it does zero out. If I push this thing here, I'll just hit the 0 button. So we're zeroed out. And let's just see what we got here. 22. If you can see that, 22.6. Come out to the end here. 22.2. It's got like a little high spot in the middle here. 22.16, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. A little user error here, I think. I'm going to say 1, 9 to 2, 22.2 millimeter on that end. We probably won't ever use this other end here, but 25. I don't actually know, I guess, how to measure that. It's not giving me anywhere near the right measurement. So anyway, moving on. There's one wrench. Here's another wrench here. Oops. Set this up over here. 16 millimeter. Shine that up here a little bit for you. Same brand, same manufacturer here. 16. Let's see what she actually measures. 16 point. Let's see. Make sure I get a good measurement here. 16.26. 16.23. 23, 25, 26. So 16.2. That's good. I have no idea what the tolerances should be on any of this stuff, so just letting you guys know what it is. Because I'm sure some of you guys are probably better experts than I am. Alright, so this is packaged up pretty good here. Good foam on this thing. Some wires through here. So here is the VFD. Of course, we'll be turning this stuff on when we get it all turned on, you know, here. So here's some of the connections in there. So this does have some pre-connections in here. It is wired just the 110 wiring, just like they tell you. But yeah, there's this is very nice. It has Sienci Labs right on it, so that's kind of nice. It's got their name on it. QC codes pass 1, pass 2, so they must have tested it twice. The power, so the part number, well, here I'll just show this stuff to you guys, so you can pause the video if you need to mark down those model numbers or those settings. So it's a 1.5 kilowatt, single phase, 110 volt, 50-60 hertz, 3-phase output, 0 to 110 volts, 12.5 amps, 0 to 1000 hertz. From what I understand, 1000 hertz is 24,000 RPMs. You got a standard power cable here, and then you have your 4-wire. What do they call these? Aerospace, or I don't know. Leave in the comments if you know what the heck this connector is called. I always seem to forget. I think it starts with an A, and it's like I always want to say airplane, aeronautics. I think I'm close, but anyway. One thing I'll check. I'll be taking this apart. I want to make sure the ground wire is connected in here, because I want my spindle to be grounded, so that when I'm doing tool touch-offs and stuff like that, I don't have to put the little magnet onto the spindle. So that's a little trick I learned from some of the guys on YouTube. You just ground your spindle and you don't have to put the little magnet on anything when you're testing your tool, changing your tools. If you want to know more about that, or if you want to see that process, or if you want me to open up a spindle and show you how to ground it or anything like that, I could certainly do that. It's pretty simple. If you guys want to see anything on you know, soldering anything, I do have a degree in telecommunication technologies, so I've done a lot of little wiring, you know, things like that. I'm not super good at it, but I know how to get it done. for what we're doing here. So this here is the spindle itself. It's packaged up pretty good here. Probably a better knife for this, but I'm just using a little pick. Open this stuff up. Welcome to DIY, guys. That's what makes it fun. We don't have to follow the rules all the time. Alright, well, this is great. No damage on this thing. I mean, it's kind of like dirty and beat up, but it did its job for sure. Here's a spindle. GST 1.5-80-24K. So it does have 12 amps, ER16, 400 hertz, 24,000 RPMs. So the VFD, read that again. So the VFD is 0 to 1,000 hertz, and this thing is rated to 400 hertz. So I guess I'll stand corrected here and say 400 hertz. Now that I think about it, 400 hertz is 24,000 RPM. So I don't know what that means on here where it says it's 1,000 hertz. I guess we're going to find out when we set this up. So just so you guys know, I'm not going to be using this on the Altmill. So I'm going to put this on my other CNC, which is right over here, because this is a smaller CNC that I have over here. It's an old HD3 Next Wave Shark that my dad got 10 years ago, and so I've been using that and kind of cut my teeth on that the last couple of years and learning this stuff here. But this all looks good. Looks like there's a 1/4 inch collet in here, so this does come with 1/8, 1/4 inch, and 3/8 collets. At least mine did, so I'm pretty sure that's standard. So there's a little, looks like a set screw of some sort on here. I don't know if that's for bearing play or what that's for. I don't know if that's a set screw or if that's threaded. Yeah, that's a set screw. It's an Allen set screw of some sort for something. I don't know what the heck that would be. If you guys know what that is, leave it in the comments. I don't know if that's some kind of adjustment for anything. But these are brushless motors from what I understand. Get your top connection here. So to get at the wiring in here, guys, you just take the 4 screws off here and this will pull right up. You'll be able to see if the ground pin on here, which I'm not going to go into which pins are what, but whatever the ground pin is on here would be grounded inside here to the chassis of this guy. So a lot of times they don't ground them, and some of the instructions I believe they say to not ground them, and I don't know why that is. So again, if you guys know any of these rules, put them in the comments. But a lot of the guys that are doing this stuff, they're grounding these things so that you don't have to put your little magnet on when you do your touch probes and all that. So this takes care of the spindle from CNC Labs unboxing. Stay tuned for the next video coming up.